Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 25 of the Leetcode Daily Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's farm. Today I'm in New York. It is very cold, but I'm doing a little bit something special which I'll talk about in the actual intro. So stay tuned for the rest of this video. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the intro. Hopefully, you enjoyed the cut. But yeah, so the spoiler thing, did I not submit yesterday's? Did I just forgot to submit it? I guess I have to use it. Oh wow, I guess I have to redeem one of these things, right? How did that happen? Well, mistakes were made and my streak was killed because I forgot to submit it. Oh well. Thought I submitted it. Did I not? I'm like, clearly not, but it's still a little bit weird. Alright, well, I even did an extra farm after that, so maybe I just got confused. Alright, actually, that's good. A conspicuous start. But now we have our streak back at 1454 or whatever. Let's take a look at today's farm. Find all duplicates in a way. So I want to start by saying something. Those of you who've been watching my channel every day or maybe every other day or whatever it is, you know that sometimes I start the video with an intro, with some spiel about some stuff that, I don't know, just maybe is interesting, hopefully helpful to people kind of learning at home and just motivational and stuff like that. So I've been kind of thinking about it the last couple of days is that I am going to spin off a new channel. I'll probably, it's not up yet, so I'll kind of like let people know in the next couple of days. But definitely it'll just go over because basically this channel is for just watching me program live and some explanations and all these stuff. But I also want to go over just some uncommon things that senior engineer or what I call senior plus engineers may be able to kind of answer your questions. Some of it will be FAQ, some of these will be relating to leak with interviews, and some of it is just like motivational. I think the first video is, spoiler alert, it's going to be about the perfect handstand, which those people who watch my old videos will know that it is one of my biggest thing, or like not my biggest thing, but it's just like something that I really resonated with in the past, and something that I kind of go back to from past from time to time, right? And if you don't know what that means, then, or you don't know what I'm talking about with respect to the perfect handstand, then hit that subscribe button. Okay, but that's for. I mean, I don't even have the channel up yet, so we'll have to figure that out. But let's take a look at today's farm. And let me know in the comments if it's something that's interesting or not interesting. Or, I don't know. Just leave a comment, please. but yeah, let's take a look at today's farm. 442, find all duplicates in an array. Given an integer array nums of length n, where all integer nums are in the range 1 n, and each integer appears once or twice, return an array of all the integers that appear twice. You must write an algorithm that runs an of n times and uses constant extra space. Okay. Did I solve this? I have. I got. These are so. It's kind of funny that they've used problems from so long ago. All right. Let's see. N is 10 to 5th, so obviously we have to be a little bit careful. And I would also say that you can only use an O of n time algo with a constant extra space. I think I get a couple of questions in my Discord about like why does the system, why does Leetcode and why does the system accept code that doesn't pertain to this, right? And the reason is because Leetcode cannot really detect what your code does, right? So at the end of the day, I'll probably do another video that's a little bit more detailed about how it works and how things you can do and stuff like that. But as a result, then at the end of the day, you have to be able to think about the problem to write it in a way that solves the problem in the trickier way, right? So these are limitations that you have to enforce on yourself, right? And okay, so sometimes you may not know whether your code kind of agrees with all these things, and that's fine. That's why we have a Discord channel, and you could kind of paste it in there and ask around. It's like, hey, is this good enough? And then people would maybe give you a response there. But basically here, obviously, if you don't have this, then you just put in like a hash table, increment stuff, and then you'll get it, right? But that's like really easy, and it wouldn't be a medium in that case. So we have to try to think about something a little bit more clever. Okay, so little bit more clever, huh? In the range 1 and n. So okay. I mean, I would say the first idea that I might have is kind of and this isn't good enough yet, right? But I'm just kind of going through ideas because I don't know this one. Or I mean, clearly I've solved it before, but I don't memorize problems, right? So yeah, so maybe you would sort, and then if you sort, then you could kind of play around with well, I mean, if you sort it, it is also trivial, right? Because then everything is next to each other. So okay, maybe that's a bad example, but that's an idea that we can think about, because then now we can think like, what if we can do something that's you know, that's a linear sort, right? But wait, oh, appears twice, not just once. Okay, just want to make sure. I think one of the ideas that I would like is, oh, is it that one? Oh no, it's not just one number, right? It's find all duplicates. Okay, because I was thinking there is a variation in which it's kind of like the XOR trick, but for all, you know, you can make it for n digit or n number that appears n times or whatever, but or less than n times, depending. But I'm just trying to think along those lines. Wow, today I'm a little bit stumped, I'm not gonna lie. I think with these things, the thing that I'm trying to think about right now is just about pigeonhole, right? Like, can I take advantage of the pigeonhole principle somehow? And from 1 to n, you know, means that this is going to be 1 to 8, right? I don't know. I mean, okay. I think I was trying to avoid this because I wasn't sure that would work, but I guess it is similar to and I because I think there is some I mean, it is basically the same ideas we had yesterday, right? The thing that I'm not 100% sure when reading this is that sometimes Leetcode, especially on older problems, are very imprecise about what they want. And what I mean by that is that constant extra space, sometimes they allow you to use the input array, so you can kind of muck around with the input array, and sometimes they don't. And I'm not quite sure whether we can. If we can, then it makes it a lot easier. But yeah. For example, you just put all the ones where the one is, with the two where the two slot is, and then so forth. And when you are doing that, then when you do that, then the numbers that appears twice, well, it would already have a number filled there that is already that number. But I don't know that that's the to be honest, I'm not quite sure that's what they're looking for. And of course, there's also the other thing about, you know, constant extra space is a little bit awkward because the size of the output could be O of n, right? I mean, n over 2 technically, I guess, is the max case, but O of n is the size of the output, right? So that means that this is a little bit imprecise. And my apologies for taking so long. I'm trying to think through how to be kind to this problem, and some of it, like I was saying earlier, is that I'm trying to make this problem as hard as it is for me as possible, because on its surface there are a couple of ways you can kind of use it, and it's not clear which limitations that they intend because it's not in the problem. I'm trying to kind of guess that out. And of course, in an interview, what I would also recommend in general for all interviews in general and all problems in general is that you keep on asking questions, right? Like, can I do this? Can I do this? And then before you code, you ask all these questions just to make sure that you define the constraints and the limitations, right? For today, I am just going to do the thing where we sort into the nums. I don't know if that's in the spirit of things. I mean, because sometimes they make it like a little bit awkward, and then we'll just go over the solutions together if I'm like really wrong, right? And what I mean by that is that, okay, let's say n is equal to length of nums, right? And then for I in range of n, then yeah, we want to put num sub I in nums, right? So let's just say this is the x, and we want to put this into the slot of x minus 1 because this is 0 based. So then now if num sub x minus 1 is equal to x, then that means that this is duplicate, right? Because that means that the number is already in there. So yeah, pen x. Yeah. Otherwise, we swap, right? So then we do num sub I, yeah, num sub x. Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of wrote it in a lazy way. Right. Right. But the thing is that once you swap, then now you have a new number. So then you have to kind of do a while true thing on here, right? So like a while true, right? So then when this is true, we break, and then yeah. Because then, yeah, the I would be another number that you keep swapping. I think this should terminate, so I don't know. It does look a little bit awkward. Oh, whoops. Wait, what? This is a little bit imprecise because we want it only when x minus 1, or when this is this. Because basically after the second iteration, it always ends because it is already the number, right? So basically with I is already equal to all these things, which is not what we want. So what we want is only this if I mean, the alternative is also like if x minus 1 is equal to how do I say this? I'm like saying, oh, if I is equal to x minus 1. I was like, I'm missing a number somehow. If I is equal to x, we also break because that means that we're already done. But that's not I minus 1. Yeah, right? Maybe. Okay, I'm doing something weird here. Is this right? I mean, this always. I mean, this is not right. I think this is not correct. Is it x minus 1? X is the number there. Oh yeah. Because that, okay. Off by ones are tough. All right, there we go. Roughly speaking, I mean, it's closer than what we expect, but I think I should do it for both numbers, which is obviously not great. So, how does that happen? Do I have to do it in any order? Because I'm just, but yeah, I definitely clearly do this twice, but I thought I don't because I have to swap. I have to swap first. Wait, do I? Some ordering here is messed up is why. I didn't expect this. Man, I am really off today. But But I wasn't off for yesterday's contest, and that's all that matters, I guess. But okay. Because basically the thing, oh, I see. No, this should come later on, and this should just break, right? Let me just print out the progression real quick, because try. Yeah, so that I don't have to guess. Okay, so for the first one, 0. All right, so 0, it already gets the answer. Is that true? How does it get 3? I guess I should also just print out nums. All right, yeah, so it puts the 4 in the right place. All right. And then it swaps to, which swaps the 7 here, swaps the 3 here. We swap the 3 with the 2, and with the 3, and then the 3 with the 3, and then we go, right? But then now we go 0, 1, 2, 3. So after this, no, 3 is still good. So why is this thing weird? Oh, because now, that's tricky actually. But the thing is that now we do okay, then I guess I don't have to do it this way. Well, I don't have to do this yet. I can just do this, and then we just pick up all the numbers that are not in place. I thought I was trying to be clever, but I think what happens is that I'm double counting. Sometimes I outsmart myself. It's not true. I was just being dumb. I want to say it that way so that it sounds like I'm being smart, but but yeah, basically if num sub x minus 1 is not equal to x, then right, yeah, basically then now and this is wrong apparently. Oh, whoops, this is I, which yeah. All right, well, this the other way. I think I fixed it the other way too, but then I'm just really dumb because before we had that if statement, right? All right, well, no, because num sub I is equal to x. So okay, what am I trying to say? I am just okay. So basically, this is x, right? So then now, I think I'm just rushing it. Sorry, friends. This is kind of embarrassing, actually. Okay, so basically, if x, is I is not equal to x minus 1. There you go. Yeah, okay. And I guess the order doesn't matter. But yeah, but basically, I think some of it is just having an understanding of what's happening. But as soon as what I realize is that, okay, this thing does sort things into the slots that they should, and it will sort everything here, right? Yeah, it will sort everything here, and so as a result, everything that after sorting is not in its place, that it means that there's a duplicate, and that's why I was able to do that. All right, actually hit submit this time, Larry. All right, fine. 1455. Okay. Yeah. So one more thing. What else was I going to say? I don't know. Maybe I don't remember anymore. All right, that's all I have for this one. Let's. I mean, this is gonna be linear time or one extra space, but we also like reuse the inputs. I don't know if that counts, but this is linear time, and also this is also linear space for that reason, right? As we said. But yeah, let's take a look at the answers brute force. Okay, fine. We can skip the brute force cycle. So I guess that's what we're doing. How did I skip 3 approaches? This is not like over. I mean, the cycle sort is kind of what we did. This all these answers are kind of like crappy, to be honest. Like I feel like it's not in the spirit of things, right? Like, and that's why I was like, I mean, you could have done that with like, you know, you could flip, like you make a negative or something like that to market. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't know. That's just like really crappy. I don't know. So this is a very weird problem as a result, um, because, for example, and I said this yesterday or the day before, but like if you are creating an API and you just pass in, you have someone gives you a function for find duplicates, you pass in your list, and then suddenly you get the answer, but your list also gets jumbled because I don't know, you don't expect that. It's a side effect. People are not going to be happy. That is very not good software engineering practice. But yeah, um, I don't know. All this thing is weird. One thing I would say about this one, and I sometimes I point it out, but sometimes I forget, is that the reason why the solution page is so long with like 5 approaches and most of them poorly with so many words is that my understanding, and I could be wrong about this, so let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, is that the solution writer gets paid per word. So that's why there's all these details about this. And because the person writing this gets paid per word, whatever it is, maybe I made that up. And so as a result, they're writing a lot because they make more money off it by having 5 approaches or whatever it is, and most of them are kind of dubious. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Did you learn anything from this video? I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, let's take a look at the how did I do it in the past? I guess I did it the same way. I call it permutations cycle. I guess it's cycle sorting, but yeah. I mean, I kind of knew this. I actually did know this pretty quickly, but I didn't think initially. I didn't think we should change the nums. That is why still using the extra space. I don't know. This is a very poorly written problem, if you ask me. But yeah, that's all I have with this one. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button for this channel, and I'll send around links tomorrow or something for the next channel. But that's all I have for this one. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.